10 mistakes insurance adjusters are hoping you will make to destroy your accident claim. Hours after a Florida crash, the other driver's insurance is calling to record your statement. You're sore, rattled, and trying to be polite. Maybe you'll see a doctor if it still hurts tomorrow. Those small choices get used against you. One recorded sentence, a delay past Florida's 14-day window, or even a casual post on social media can slash your payout. In this video, I'll show you the 10 mistakes adjusters count on you making and exactly what to do instead in those first days, so you can protect your claim, stay in control, and avoid lowball offers. Hi, I'm attorney Doug Burnetti, and I've been handling auto crash cases for over 30 years. And I've seen this play out over and over for Floridians. So let's jump right in with the very first mistake insurers are hoping you make. Number one, giving a recorded statement without talking to a lawyer first. The very first call you'll probably get from the insurance company after your accident will sound friendly. The adjuster might say something like, "Hi, we just want to get your side of the story to help process your claim quickly. Do you mind if we record our conversation?" Here's the truth. They're hoping you say yes. And why is that? Because once you agree to a recorded statement, every single word you say can be picked apart, twisted, or even taken out of context to be used against you. Even if you're simply nervous or unsure, a wrong word can be spun to suggest you're not really hurt, or maybe that you were partly at fault. I've seen it here in Florida dozens of times. A client says, "I'm not sure exactly how fast I was going," or "Actually, I feel okay right now." That gets turned into a weapon against them. Suddenly, the story in the insurance file is that they weren't hurt or that they contradicted themselves. Remember, you are not required by Florida law to give the other driver's insurance company a recorded statement. And before you talk to any adjuster on a recording, it's smart to talk to a lawyer who knows how these statements are used. Don't give them ammunition. Just tell them you need to speak to your attorney before providing any statement. Number two, waiting too long to get medical treatment. This is another favorite mistake adjusters hope you make. After a car wreck or slip and fall, some people wait days, sometimes even weeks before they see a doctor. Maybe their adrenaline is pumping or they think their pain will go away on its own. That delay can destroy your case. Here's why. In Florida, insurance adjusters know that if you don't get medical treatment within 14 days after a car accident, you may lose access to your own personal injury protection insurance. And even if you do go after that deadline, they'll argue you can't be hurt because you waited too long. Let me give you a real example. One client of mine, let's call her Maria, was in a fender bender in Miami. She waited 21 days before going to a doctor, thinking her neck pain would fade. The insurance adjuster offered almost nothing, arguing that her injuries must have come from something else, not the crash. If you're hurt, don't tough it out or wait it out. Go to the doctor within the first 14 days, or even in the first 2 days if you can. Get checked out, even if you think it's minor. Your health comes first, and your case is stronger for it. Number three, admitting fault or apologizing at the scene. This is a classic scenario. You're shaken up after an accident. Maybe you're worried about the other person, or you blurt out, "I'm so sorry," even if you didn't cause the accident, or you're not sure who did. That apology can be twisted into an admission of fault by the insurance company. In Florida, what you say at the accident scene doesn't have to be a legally binding confession for the adjuster to use it against you. If you say, "I didn't see you," or "I should have slowed down," they'll write it down and use it to deny or reduce your claim. Here's a smart move. Focus on making sure everyone is safe. Call 911 if needed, and exchange insurance and contact information. Do not discuss who is at fault, and don't apologize or speculate about what happened. Leave that for the professionals to sort out. Your job is just to keep it factual. Number four, failing to gather evidence at the scene. Right after an accident, you're probably in shock, but this is the moment when insurance companies hope you forget to collect the crucial evidence that could win your case. Why? Because if there's no evidence, it's your word against the other person's. Here's what you need to do. While you're still at the scene, if you're physically able, take lots of photos of all vehicles, damage, skid marks, road conditions, license plates, and any injuries. Take pictures of the area, traffic lights, signs, and anything else that might have played a role. Get names and contact information of anyone who saw what happened. Witnesses can disappear quickly. In Florida, video footage is gold. If there are nearby businesses or homes, ask if they have security cameras that might have recorded the incident. Cameras at intersections are also common. A story from a client here in Tampa comes to mind. He snapped a photo of a puddle of oil at the intersection where he slipped. And that single picture made the difference. The insurance company couldn't deny because it was in plain sight on the photo. Insurance adjusters hope you'll be too rattled or trusting to gather this evidence. Don't give them that opportunity. Document everything. Number 5, ignoring doctor's orders or missing appointments. This one's crucial and we see it all the time. We try very hard for this not to happen with our clients, but it does. Let's say you're doing everything right so far. You saw a doctor promptly and started treatment. Here's where people slip up. They start skipping appointments or they don't follow doctor's recommendations because they're feeling a little better. Insurance adjusters love this. They'll pounce and say, see, they must not be hurt because if they were, they'd be following up. Or they made themselves worse by ignoring medical advice. In Florida, the law expects accident victims to mitigate their damages, meaning that you need to do your part to try to get better. If you don't, the insurance company will argue your injuries weren't serious or that you made them worse by not listening to your doctor. Here's a real life example from Orlando. A client stopped going to physical therapy because she felt okay. The insurance company cut her settlement offer by more than half, claiming she failed to take her recovery seriously. Bottom line, go to every appointment, follow all instructions, and save every receipt and record. If you need to miss an appointment, reschedule it right away and document why. Number 6, posting about your accident on social media. This one is huge, especially now that everyone shares everything online. Insurance adjusters and their attorneys know this, and they will absolutely search your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, any other social media for anything they can use against you. Even innocent posts can be twisted. For example, if you say feeling better today on Instagram, they'll say you're exaggerating your injuries. If you share photos of yourself at a family barbecue, even if you're just sitting, you might be accused of being more active than you claim. Here in Florida, courts have allowed insurance companies to use public social media posts as evidence in trials. That smiling selfie can and will come back to haunt you. I promise. I've seen it happen many times. So do not post anything about your accident, your injuries, or your activities. Tell your friends and family to avoid tagging you or talking about your case online. The less you post, the less ammunition you are giving the insurance company. Number 7, accepting the first settlement offer. Insurance companies know you're stressed. Medical bills are piling up and you might not be working. That's why the first settlement offer almost always comes quickly, and it's usually much lower than what your case is truly worth. They want you to take the fast cash, sign away your rights, and close the file before you realize the full extent of your injuries. Maybe you need surgery later or can't go back to work as soon as you thought. If you've already settled, that's on you. The insurance companies are not going to go back and reopen after you sign a release. I've seen people in Fort Lauderdale one time accept a $3,000 offer, only to later discover they needed $15,000 in treatment. Once you sign that release, there's no going back. Here's my advice. Never accept the first offer without talking to an experienced Florida attorney who knows how to value your case fairly. Let us negotiate for you so you don't leave money on the table. I can tell you that we often get 20 times, 50 times, 100 times more than what the insurance company first offers on a case. Number 8, not reporting the accident immediately. Waiting to report your accident can backfire in a big way. Insurance adjusters are looking for any reason to deny your claim, and a delay in reporting gives them just that. Whether it's a car accident, slip and fall, or other injury, Florida law may require you to report certain types of incidents like car crashes with injuries right away. But even if it's not strictly mandatory, waiting more than a day or two raises red flags. They'll say, if you really thought it was important, why didn't you call us sooner? And if you wait so long that evidence disappears or witnesses forget details, your claim weakens by the day. Always report your accident as soon as possible to law enforcement and to the appropriate insurance company. This starts the paper trail you'll need later. Number 9, giving the insurance company access to all your medical records. After you file your claim, the adjuster will likely ask you to sign a medical release form. They'll say it's just to verify your injuries, but the form they give you often asks for your entire medical history, not just the records related to your incident. Why does this matter? They're hoping to dig up old injuries or illnesses they can blame for your current pain. Maybe you had a sore back 3 years ago that's all they need to argue that your current injury isn't from this accident. In Florida, you only have to share the records related to your accident injury, at least until a lawyer consults with you. Don't give them a blanket permission to dig through your whole medical history. Only share what's necessary and always review any forms with your attorney first. Number 10, trying to handle your claim without a lawyer. This is the mistake that ties all the others together. Insurance adjusters are trained professionals whose job it is to protect the company's bottom line, not you. They hope you'll go it alone because they know every trick and loophole and you don't, unless you're an experienced adjuster or lawyer. I can tell you from experience, people who hire experienced Florida personal injury lawyers almost always recover more money than those who tried to negotiate by themselves. I know for a fact that our law firm gets 20 times, 50 times, even 100 times more than the initial offer in 99% of the cases. The laws are complicated, and insurance companies have fleets of lawyers on their side. A recent study showed accident victims with lawyers received at least 3 times more on average than the initial settlement amount, compared to those who go it alone without a lawyer. So don't make it easy for the insurance company. Get legal advice early. Even a quick consultation can help you avoid mistakes you can't undo. Today you learned the 10 mistakes insurance adjusters are hoping you will make to destroy your accident claim in Florida. From giving recorded statements to sharing too much on social media, skipping medical visits, and trying to go it alone. Please avoid these mistakes. If you want to know the biggest traps that cost Florida car accident victims from getting paid what they truly deserve, check out my next video about mistakes that cost car accident victims the settlements they truly deserve. I'll walk you through the costly errors even experienced drivers make and show you exactly how to avoid them. See you over there.